Hello everybody, how is it going? We've got no Harvey here tonight. He's ill, so obviously best recoveries to him. I'm back meanwhile for the first time since I believe it was the Middlesbrough preview. So I've been very busy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Liam's got it spot on. And of course, Liam is here as usual. Before we get underway with this review, first of all, reading the comment section. Kieran, I hope you get well soon, mate. Best recoveries with all that, of course. But onto this, of course. And before we go into this game, and this review, obviously it's been a long while, of course. We've been off for a bit. We've been having a little bit of a breather while the international break's on. But now that the football's resuming, we've come back and we thought we'd reflect on this game before we play Sunderland this weekend. Of course, the preview will be out tomorrow with Sunderland YouTuber Kyle Don. So please go and check that out. And of course, if you haven't done already, please like and subscribe to our channel, of course, as well as my own channel, even Liam's own channel, if you really want to. And even if you wanted to see more darts content, that's also on Liam's channel as well.
Yep.
Before we start, though, I'd just like to give one massive shout out to this Leeds United podcast. I'm going to get the share screen up now for it. This is it here, the Square Ball. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, guys, please go and subscribe to them. I genuinely appreciate it lots if you do. Well, these two videos here, Roasted Penguin Propaganda and Phil Hayes' view from the press box, Leeds versus Plymouth. If you haven't seen my Cornish Jan and Leeds video, that is appeared and mentioned in both of those podcasts there. So if you want to go and give it a listen, please go and do so. And yeah, I appreciate the guys loads for mentioning the channel and all that, and giving it good feedback and all that. And hopefully, if you're watching this Square Ball, we'll try and bring you on a preview for February. So we'll see what happens, of course. So yeah, but no, I appreciate it loads, guys. Thank you. But either way, cheers to the Square Ball for that. Of course, that's a Leeds United podcast, a Leeds version of us lot, basically. But of course, we go into this game. Of course, we lost 2-1. The title says it all. Ben Waine gets his first goal, but not enough because Leeds got the win at the end of the day. What were your thoughts then, really, on the game overall? Then, Liam, what were you thinking afterwards?
I mean, Leeds deserved the win. To be honest with you. We just had a poor first half. I think ultimately that's what's cost us, and just to score against them was the main priority. Really, just like Shuey said in his post match after the game, he said he wanted the fans to cheer for something, which we did. So overall, I expected to get beat anyway, but. Yeah. I was happy coming out of the ground and thinking that we got the goal that we wanted coming away from Elland Road. So we didn't want to go out the ground not scoring because the atmosphere was really good, and just to top it off with a goal made it more better, really. So.
And also, of course, results went our way as well. Rotherham got battered. Sheffield Wednesday got battered. QPR had a goalless draw. So overall, it's not as disappointing or as unhappy as we thought it could have been. It could have been a lot worse, basically.
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
But yeah, I'd agree. And if you guys haven't seen my video already, I've said a lot of times after full time that I personally thought Leeds were the best team to play us so far this season. I thought they dominated us personally. There were parts where we actually looked pretty strong ourselves. Of course, when Ben Waine scored, it was more so towards the end of the second half where we started to get towards into the game, but it was too little, too late at the end. As Leeds dominated that first half, like Liam said, dominated most of that second half, and they deserved the win thoroughly. And also, since we both expected us to lose to Leeds, it's not as stingy as other results, if you get what I mean. Like games we thought we could have had a point out of or something, and yeah.
Yeah.
So on. Bristol City, Swansea, Millwall. Like, those three feel a lot worse than that Leeds result, without a shadow of a doubt, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely, I agree.
But yeah, no, of course, and it doesn't surprise us because Leeds are on top form at the moment. They've they obviously, before they played us, they beat top of the league Leicester at Leicester's own backyard, the King Power Stadium as well. So that was a terrific win for them, and they've continued the form, beating us, and it could be even more on Friday if they can get something away at Rotherham, which I know they're huge favourites for as well, and I'm probably 95% of the people will probably think they'll win that. So
yeah.
But as for us, wasn't our greatest performance, but there are a lot of positives to take from that performance and that result and that day in general, really.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think the defending was all right, but for the 2 goals, I think one of them could have been avoided, especially James's. No, was it James? Or it was one that we had the ball and we got dispossessed. I can't remember who it was, but it was either the first or second.
Well,
I can't
Daniel
remember.
James gave Leeds the lead, and then Pirro doubled it.
Yeah, I can't remember who got dispossessed for either one of the goals, but that was the only criticism, really. Apart from that, the defence played all right. I think the attack was fine because we was creating chances, as many as we could, and just to get the goal which Kundo provided for Waine, just made it the more sweeter, really. I mean,
and the amount of criticism that Wayne's been getting lately as well, that will do his huge confidence up for most of this season now.
Definitely. I mean, hopefully he gets a run in the FA Cup. That'd be nice.
Oh yeah, of course. That's 2 months away now, so that'll be interesting to see who we get in the third round, of course. But
away from home, there we go.
Well, that's Liam's prediction already out the window. So, any of you that has a question to Liam on who he thinks we're going to get in the FA Cup, you don't need to ask him now because you know what he's going to answer. So, but no, to be honest, for the way I saw it, Leeds were, for me, the best team we've played so far this season. I wouldn't be surprised if they get autos now after that. They just have to bridge that gap to close up to Leicester and Ipswich if they do want autos, of course. But as for us, I'm not that worried at the moment because Wednesday got hammered, Rotherham got hammered, QPR got a goalless draw. Huddersfield aren't looking very good either at all at the moment. I'm really not that worried at all. But of course, either way, I mean, more will be about this tomorrow in the preview. But of course, as you all know, this weekend we have Sunderland at home. We're back home this weekend. Another big game coming up, facing the likes of Joe Bellingham and obviously the rest of Tony Mowbray's side, of course, Jack Clark, etc. But the positives we can take from that Leeds performance, I know we can take into Sunderland on Saturday. And after the international break, gives us time to regroup, gives Shuey the chance to reset everyone's minds and his mind in training, and all prepped up to be back home for Sunderland on Saturday coming up. But there was a few positives in that result, to be fair. I mean, a lot of people expected us to get hammered. We didn't. We did score against Leeds. We scored against one of the favourites away. And 2-1 is not a bad scoreline at all, if you think about it. And Leeds fans were saying there were parts that they were impressed with us. So there are some positives coming into not just Sunderland on Saturday, but just for the rest of the season, really. So, and I honestly, would you be worried at the moment right now for us, Liam? Because I'm certainly not at all at the moment.
No, not for home form, no.
And exactly that as well. Jack's just joined the stream. Hello, mate. You're right.
Hello, Jack.
And of course, we've got Andrew in the stream, Sam in the stream. But no, honestly, and especially with our last home game being that 3-3 draw with Middlesbrough, nearly beat them as well. I don't see why not. We can be confident for Sunderland on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, we both gone for wins so far.
Well, I haven't, but
you have.
I hope I'm proved wrong. I
Hoping
haven't gone
for
for a
yeah,
defeat. I haven't gone for a defeat, everyone.
you
So don't
can't
worry. That's
yeah
all I'm going to say. But you'll find
um
out more about my prediction tomorrow when we do the
yeah
stream.
on the wheel.
Yes, that's it. The wheel. The wheel will
Yeah.
be back tomorrow, of course. So that's going to be very exciting. But before we go on to player ratings, was there anyone in general for both Leeds and for we'll start with us actually, because obviously this being an Argyle channel, of course. But is there anyone for us that you thought really stood out for you a few weeks ago at Leeds, Liam, on when we played them, that can get his confidence into Sunderland on Saturday?
But I'd probably say Ben
Anyone you
Waine
thought
to
that stood out at Elland Road for us?
probably Ben Waine, the way he played overall. For I don't know how many minutes he came on for, but he done pretty well. Got his goal,
Yeah,
and I think that should overall give him his confidence for Sunderland.
he
I
came
wouldn't
on
be
in the 57th minute.
67th,
57th.
57th. Sorry, but yeah, I mean, coming on for 33 minutes and getting a goal, can't really ask for more. Hopefully, he starts on Saturday just to give him some confidence and try and get a goal. Really.
Yeah.
Who started on? Well, Ben Way came off the bench, didn't he? Who was our striker?
Yeah, he did. I'll get the starting lineup now anyway,
Yeah.
because we're going to go on to player ratings very soon, of course.
I'd back us for a draw.
So,
on
yeah,
Saturday.
Waine, so Edwards.
Yeah, fair enough.
Right, they were the ones that came on. That was our starting lineup.
Oh yeah, nice.
I'll probably agree with you there, Jack, that Cundall did look very decent. And I'd back us for a draw on Saturday. Would love a win, but a draw would be a solid result. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, the way I see it at the moment, Jack, coming into Saturday, and Liam knows this already because I've already spoken to him off camera about this, but I've already said, whatever happens against Sunderland and whatever happens against Coventry, as long as we get 3 points versus Stoke at home next weekend Saturday, then I'm happy, at least.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I in that December run, we've got Stoke, QPR, and Rotherham, and all three of them I see as must-wins, personally.
Yeah, QPR awful.
They're not doing very well, no. And they're now, I believe they're now second bottom in the table.
Yeah, well, they got 2 points at home all season, so there we go.
And it doesn't look any easier for them for who they've got this weekend, of course. But yeah,
they have
They've got Norwich, as you can see, everyone. Yeah, that we'll go through that tomorrow. But yeah, as you can see, they have got the men from Carrow Road this weekend. But either way, we'll go through the player ratings. So Cooper got given a 6.5. What would you say to that?
I mean, that's fair. You couldn't really do much for the goals. Well taken. Wow. The Pirro one, I don't know, but then again, 6.5 is fair enough, to be honest with you. I wouldn't go any lower.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that. And we go on to our back three. Obviously, Lewis Gibson got a yellow during this game, and his rating is 6.1.
Yeah, I'd say that's fair. I wouldn't go any higher or any lower.
Yeah. That makes sense. I'd probably agree. I think most of these I agree. I mean, they're all orange at the back for us, which doesn't surprise me considering how good Leeds really were up front.
What's Dan Scar's rating?
Dan Scar is next. He's a 5.8.
Yeah, I'll go 5.5.
I'd still give him a 6. I thought him and Gibson were very similar, personally.
I think Scar was poor. He's too slow, personally.
I mean, I'm not saying that a 6 is great, but no. I just thought they were both similar. I thought all the defense was similar, personally, because I just thought none of them could cope with Leeds.
Do you think when Dan Sky tries to run for the ball, like he's slow, like as in reacting to it?
It's a hard one because, to be fair, he has been a bit off form lately, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Maybe it's just him adjusting to life in the Championship after being promoted from League One. I mean, a few players go through that anyway. I mean, I think at the moment with Scar, I think he's going through a phase of form where he's, if you put it that way, he's too fast for League One, too reactive for League One, but he's too slow for the Championship.
Yeah.
And he's off form at the moment, personally for me. But I mean, a few weeks ago there was a few games where he proved us wrong, and he put in a standout performance. But no, he has been a bit off form lately. But I personally give Scar and Gibson the same rating, to be honest with you. I'll just read Terry's comment a second. Cooper kept kicking the ball in the dugout. True.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
At
At the moment, we've had a tough run. I think we've played decent past few games. No, I'm not worried at all at the moment. Yeah, I don't think any of us should be worried at the moment. I mean, yes, we're closer to the relegation zone than to the playoff zone. But given how poor the bottom three have been so far, in fact, bottom four, I'd probably say, I'm honestly not that worried at the moment. We're 5 points ahead of Tottenham, who's in 27th. And we're 10 points. We're 10 points behind. Oh, God, who is it in sixth place now? It's West Brom, I think. No, it's Sunderland. We're 10 points behind Sunderland in sixth, so...
Well, Argyle fans just have to realise we're not going to get playoffs anyway. It's going to be a stable job.
I mean, yes, we're closer to the relegation zone, but I'm not too worried at the moment. And like you said, Liam, yes, there's a lot of Argyle fans. There's even a lot of opposition fans who think we could potentially get playoffs with the way we play so far this season. But to be honest, I'm really not bothered if we don't. It's our first season back in 13 years.
Yeah.
As long as we don't go down, that's all I care about. And you'll say the same thing. Harvey Roseveare will say the same thing. England will say the same thing. And like I predicted, I mean, I've predicted us to be 13th ever since the start of the season. And I'd be even pleased with that, to be honest. So... But like you've said all season so far, Liam, it's our home form that needs to be crucial, if anything.
Especially against Stoke rather than Birmingham in December.
Exactly. Like they're all must-wins, in my opinion, and you'll completely agree with me with that as well.
Especially Watford.
We said this for the Millwall and Swansea games, and look how they turned out. So we just have to be careful. Have you heard Argyle in 3.5 million in debt? No, I have not. Funny enough, there has actually been a statistic about that I saw today. And he didn't say anything about us being in debt. So that's a new stat I'm going to have to research later on, Terry. But doesn't sound promising if that's the case. But we'll see what happens. I mean, either way, and I know Liam will agree with me at the moment, but I fully trust Hallett at the moment with our club. It's our best ownership in a long while. So, yeah, there is that as well. We're not at where we were from between 2010 and 2013. We're far from that crisis. And then, yeah, like I said, this is where I'm coming from, Jack, because the Instagram post I saw, it said that we weren't in debt. I don't know, but I'll have a look into it. Marcus saying that's because of promotion, but I will look into that later on. It's just some more research for me before over the weekend when we play Sunderland. Going back to the player ratings, though, Julio Pleguezuelo, the other centre-back, of course, he got a 5.3. What would you say to that, Liam? Of course, he came off in the 57th minute for Joe Edwards.
I'd probably go 5.5, just up it a bit more, just to make it look all right.
Yeah. I mean, like I said before, I just think our whole back three just had a very similar game, personally.
Yeah.
All bang average, all couldn't cope with Leeds' attack. That's what I personally thought.
But they couldn't cope with Dan James, put it that way.
Oh yeah, but that's what I mean. Well, we'll go on to Leeds in a minute, but I personally thought Daniel James was the best player on the pitch on the day. I don't know if you agree with me on that, but that's what I personally thought. I thought he was unreal.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
A brilliant performance from Daniel James, of course. Moving on to the midfield, so we got Jordan Houghton, who is obviously at the moment still my player of the season so far for Argyle. Got given a 6.4 rating this time at Elland Road. Got taken off in the 57th minute. by Ben Waine to spiral our attack. Would you say around that 6.4 for Houghton?
He's done really well all season, to be fair. I couldn't really fault him. He's had one or two off games, but apart from that, he's played pretty well. So yeah, that seems fair.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that. And then of course Randall got booked and he was given a 6.6.
Wasn't his greatest games, was it? Let's be honest.
I mean, no, but I mean, like in general, Leeds just outclassed us. If
yeah, they
anything.
did.
What's Arthur said here? We are Leeds. Plymouth had one shot, boring team sat back. I mean, like I said, it's not our greatest performance, and I will still maintain that Leeds were the best team we've faced so far this season. But like I said, there are a few positives we could take into that game anyway, especially after when Waine scored, because I know those last few 5-4 minutes will, like I've said so many times during the stream so far, is that, well, it's those minutes that will give us confidence into this Sunderland game this weekend. And even more interesting about this Sunderland game, of course, is that despite it's a different manager to when we last faced them, because it was Alex Neil last time, and I know it's Tony Mowbray this time, but we played this team 2 seasons ago in League One, and some of the players they have now we're familiar with, so it'd be interesting to see how we get on versus them.
Defo, yeah, 100%.
So yeah, I'd probably agree with. I'd probably give both Houghton and Randall 6s, to be honest. Again, I just thought similar to the back three. That's the way I see it. And then we go on to our wing backs. Mumba got given a 7.
7? Bloody hell.
Well, would you disagree with that?
I'd go 6.5. I wouldn't go that high.
Fair enough. And then, of course, Kesler Hayden got given a 6.2.
I mean, I don't know. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, he had to... I actually thought he was okay, but I can see why FOTMob have given him a 6.2, considering he had to deal with this guy all day. So,
him, yeah.
Yeah, so I can see why they've given Ken Kesler Hayden a 6.2. I'd probably agree with you that I'd give a 6.5 for both of them personally.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Kesler Hayden and Mumba, this is. And then, of course, our front three. Whittaker got given a 5.9. Azaz got given a 7.2. And this one I very disagree with, but Kundal got given a 6.9. I disagree with that completely.
Yeah, very odd that. Yeah.
And of course, Liam says that straight away.
What?
Oh, never mind. Because I said 6.9, so I just thought you immediately reacted.
Oh, I didn't hear the rating. Oh yeah. Good,
good.
I
see. Fair enough. What's this new comment here? Most teams will defend at Leeds. That's a credit to your team, Arthur. Yeah, that's true. Plymouth for shit. Well, I hope you're wrong at the end of the season, Arthur. I hope you're wrong, because all I care about is us not going down. Whittaker a 5.9, and then what would you say to that actually? And of course, he got booked as well.
I mean, he had good chances. I mean, he created a little, but
yeah,
wasn't amazing. He's had better games. So 6.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that, to be fair. And then Finn Azaz got given a 7.2.
Yeah, 7, I'd say.
I'd probably say 7. The one I disagree with is Kundal, because I thought he was our best player up front.
Who? Sorry, Kundal?
6.9. I would have given him a 7.5 personally. Like Jack said earlier, I was quite impressed with him.
I won't give him a 7.5, but I'll give him a 7.
Yeah. Fair enough. Maybe I'm just giving him higher for just individual performance alone. But as a team in general, nothing compared to the Leeds ratings, which is absolutely understandable, of course. And then we go on to our subs. Ben Waine, unsurprisingly, given a 7.3. The man who got us our consolidation goal at the end. Weirdly enough, we were looking, after he scored, we were looking to equalise as well. But like we've said in this stream already, it was too little too late.
Yeah, it was.
But 7.3, what would you say about that?
I would go 7.5 personally. I thought he played pretty well with the minutes he came on. 57.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Hello, Caitlin, by the way.
Oh, has Caitlin joined? Yeah, Caitlin has joined the chat. How can anybody with a place like Beeston can say that about Plymouth, Arthur? Right. Well, like I said, everyone, Arthur's just said Plymouth is shit, but I hope he's wrong at the end of the season. So, well, that's what we all hope. 7.3 for Ben Waine. I mean, he was the one that got us back into the game. He's another 7.5 for me personally. And Joe Edwards, 6.1. He also came on in the 57th minute. He got booked, and he nearly had that fight briefly with Junior Firpo, didn't he? That was right in front of where I was recording as well.
Yeah, it was.
But would you agree with Joe Edwards being a 6.1?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably say similar. And then, of course, in the 75th minute, one of our own, Freddie Asaka, came on. He got given a 6.2 for his 15 minutes played. Were you impressed with Asaka back on that Saturday, Liam?
Yeah, he played all right. I wouldn't say.
I think he's been impressive ever since he came on against it was in that Middlesbrough game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He's one to look out for definite.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And then of course Callum Wright, he's back from injury, 6.2.
Yeah, that's fine. 6 for me.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that. I mean, considering that we had both Ryan Hardy and Mustafa Bundu injured for this Leeds game, it's not that bad, the 2-1, but they're both going to be back for the Sunderland game, and that's going to bring our confidence right up as well.
Yeah, it will.
In a game that's going to be really hard, of course, as well. So it's good time. It's a good time that we need we need them back really. So not too bad at all. Be a good game that you'll want us to win Saturday. Yes, because I know who you've got, Caitlin, and Liam has put a bet on it.
No, I haven't.
Oh well, not yet, but he was talking to me of thinking of putting a bet on it.
I haven't put Bolton in it anymore.
Oh, have you not? Oh, okay. I
No.
thought you had. Because
No.
as we all know, Bolton are playing etc. I see Sunderland have at least 6 players out injured. That will be interesting for us to negotiate with on Saturday.
Good.
And I mean, obviously, we don't. We want to wish the best for people who recovered from injuries, but like Liam said, it might help us. So
No, I haven't, Caitlin.
Yeah, he hasn't at the end. He hasn't.
No.
And then what about Shuey's rating? What would you give him for this match?
6.5 or 7 personally. I'm not sure. I haven't decided which.
Considering that we all thought we were going to lose, it's not that bad of a managing performance from Shuey, I'd say. So I'd probably say 6.5 as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And then obviously Leeds, we've already said that Daniel James was the best player on the pitch. Was there anyone else for you there that stood out for you in general? Like, I don't know, Somerville, Pirro.
For me. I think Pirro played really well.
One that stood out for me, and his rating here is wrong in my opinion. One that stood out for me, and this pains me to say because he is a former academy graduate of a certain Exeter City, Ethan Ampadu. I thought he had a terrific performance on Saturday, back on that game. Does it surprise me? No, it doesn't at all. And I said this to Harvey and Liam all before the Leeds preview that I couldn't make, that he was going to be one to look out for. And God, I ended up right at the end. I wasn't surprised at all. But no, I disagree with that rating. I thought Ampadu was brilliant in the game. But Leeds were just better in every single department during the game. And I wouldn't be surprised if they go up, honestly, back into the Premier League after year out, the way they are playing at the moment. They've got Rotherham away this weekend. They just have to keep on their form now. So from their point of view, really, if they want autos, they need a Leicester slip up. They need an Ipswich slip up.
Yeah, they do.
That's the other hope that Leeds can hope for right now. But obviously, guys, of course, so yeah, that's what we think player ratings wise. Liam and I have got other stuff on, so this stream is probably not going to be as long as you think it would be, but we are going to obviously cover everything that we are going to have covered, of course, during this stream, of course. So we are going to move on to the next bit. Before we do, I'll just read Andrew's comment here. Have you heard about Barnsley who have been expelled from the FA Cup? Yes, they have. I can't believe it. So yeah, that's a big blow for them. I mean, well done to Horsham for getting through to the next round, but no, that is a big blow for Barnsley. So I guess for them now, they've just got to focus on the league, if anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, eligible player. I mean, can't really blame that on anyone, can you? That's your own problem at the end of the day. All right, then. Well, we'll go through, guys, the predictions results from this weekend. We'll start with Leeds versus us because, well, it's already on the screen. So let's see how we all did. Oh, sugar, my bad. Did not mean to do that. There we go. Right. So, yeah, of course, there we go. Obviously, it ended 2-1. So we'll start with Northerners first. So Darryl got 1 point because he had 3-1 and Somerville to score. Then we go on to me. I said 3-0 and Somerville. So that's 1 point.
I said 2-0. Even I'm glad Ben Waine
said 2-0 and Somerville to score, so 1 point.
I'm glad Ben Waine scored, but I was a bit miffed that I didn't get the prediction right, but never mind.
Yeah, and then Rosevear, already in the lead after one round, has got 3 points. 2-1 Leeds, but he had Rutter to score, so he doesn't get anything for that. But no, Rosevear got more points than all three of us, nearly more than all three of us put together. So that is that.
You're hard.
That's to him.
After one result, he's already hard.
No, that was a joke.
We'll move on to the rest, though. Blackburn, Preston. Of course, we had a Central Lancashire derby.
What a disaster this was. I had Blackburn to win.
It ended 2-1 to Preston. Darryl got 4 points for this. He got the score spot on, and he got Schmodix to score. So that's 4 points for him. I got 2 points for this. Schmodix to score, but I said 4-2 to Preston. But an away wins. That's 2 points. I'll take it. Liam got 1 point. Schmodix to score, but predicting 2-1 Blackburn. So
close.
Only the 1 point there for Liam. But Rosevear also got 1 point for having a Blackburn win. 3-2 Blackburn he went for, but he also got a point for Schmodix to score. So that is a that game is a Darryl masterclass. It turned out at the end. So move on to the next one. Sunderland versus Birmingham at the Stadium of Light. So, Darryl got no points. He said Jay Stansfield and a 1-1 draw. So, that's a sad shame. Moving on. I said 2-1 Sunderland and Clark to score. The Sunderland win happened. The other two didn't happen, but I got a point regardless. Liam gets 3 points for this one.
Right.
Clark to score. Which didn't happen, but he said 3-1 no matter what. So that's 3 points in the bag for Liam Martin. And then Rosevear got this completely wrong. Dembele to score and a Birmingham 2-1 win, so he gets 0.
Oh dear.
So that doesn't look good for Rosevere there. Now moving on to the game where I had a massive cock up because I really thought Cardiff would win. I really thought Cardiff would win this, no problem.
There she is. The Let's Be Having You.
So Daryl said 3-1 Cardiff with NG to score, so that's 0. I said 3-1 Cardiff, but I said Sarah to score for Norwich, which also didn't happen, so I get 0. Liam said 2-1 Cardiff, and I don't know how you pronounce that. Matey to score, so he also gets
don't remind me of Cardiff, a fraud. They cost me £200.
Yeah, that was on Liam's bet as well. So that Cardiff completely let Liam down.
Bloody
at the end.
What we put on there.
I went to last weekend to visit a few friends of mine as well. And then Rosevere, well, we all had a stinker for this game because Rosevere also said Miete to score and 4-1 Cardiff, so he also gets 0. So the outcome of that game, guys, is that we're all fucking useless.
It was an absolute disaster.
Next game.
For me, anyway.
Yeah. Coventry versus Stoke. We'll go in a different order this time. So, Rosevere got 0 again. Lerris
Did you get this spot on?
So, Lerris to score and a 1-0 Stoke away win. Didn't happen. Liam said 2-1 Stoke and Wright to score for Coventry. So, he gets 0. I wonder who got this spot on. It was me. I said 0-0. Lerris if choosing. And so there we are. 3 points. I'll take it. And what about Daryl? 0 points. 0 for the Northerner.
This would be his reaction.
Well, that was absolutely cack.
You know what? At the end of this results, we'll get to see more about that in a minute because you'll find out who wins them or not before someone in the comment section finds a preposterous way to spoil it. But yeah, Daryl said 1-0 Stoke. Dwight Gale to score, 0 points. So yeah, 0 for him again. So we'll move on to the next match when it loads up. Hull versus Huddersfield, a Yorkshire clash. So Daryl gets 1 point for predicting a Hull win, but he said 2-0 Hull and Philogene to score, which didn't happen, but a point's a point. I got 3 points. Way! Because I said 1-0, and that did happen, but my scorer is wrong. I said Coyle would score, so that's a new scorer for me. But instead...
Some of these results, 1-0, 0-0. How do you find them?
I don't know. I'll just predict what I predict. But yeah. 3 points for me for predicting 1-0 Huddersfield, but it was Delap instead of Coyle, so that's what let me down.
It was
Liam also got 1 point for predicting 2-0 Huddersfield and Philogene to score. So Liam and Daryl copying each other as always. And then Rosevere also went 1-0 to Hull. And guess what? Guess who he had to score?
Delap.
Correct. So yeah, Rosevere gets 4 points for this fixture. So there we are. Moving on to the next game.
Yeah, swiftly move on.
Ipswich versus Swansea. Will, as we see Alex Griffin there.
Yeah.
We'll see him soon, of course, as well when we play Ipswich in March. But I had a stinker during this prediction, considering the amount of draws Ipswich had been getting lately. And I thought Swansea would get something off this. I said 2-2 and Harness to score. So I get a big fat 0. Daryl said 3-1 Ipswich and Broadhead to score. So he gets 1 point. Liam gets 2 points. 3-1 Ipswich and Hurst to score. George Hurst did score with a penalty. And Rosevere...
I was a bit annoyed, though, because bloody Shape scored in the bloody 90th minute. I thought
he would have got more points then as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, fair enough. And then, but you still won this fixture no matter what, because Rosevear got 1 point.
Who did he back to score?
2-0 Ipswich and Morsey to score.
Morsey. Okay.
I mean, I understand that in a way. I think he's a decent player. He's basically Ipswich's version of Adam Randall.
Fair enough, yeah.
We've already done our game, of course, and now moving on to this fixture here between Middlesbrough and Leicester, which Daryl is, of course, very, very ecstatic about with this win. If you haven't seen his vlog, go and check it out because he is one very happy boy after this result.
Yeah.
So, but did he predict a Middlesbrough win? No, he did not. He predicted a 1-1 draw, which I did as well. We'll go on to me in a minute, though. Daryl said 1-1 with Coburn to score, so he gets 0. I also said 1-1, but I said Greenwood, and Greenwood did score, to be fair, so that's a point for me.
Yeah.
Liam gets 0 for predicting 2-1 Leicester and Vardy to score, and Rosevear also gets 0 for predicting Kiernan Dewsbury Hall and 2-1 Leicester. So
no, it's Kieran.
So for once we have Liam and Rosevear copying each other for a prediction.
Yeah.
So we'll move on to the next fixture. This is where out of nowhere Rosevear just pops on the screen and goes, no, he copied me. No, I'm kidding. QPR versus Bristol City, a goalless 0-0 draw at Loftus Road. In a way, a good result for us, this is, of course. Daryl got 0 for this, predicting 2-1 Bristol City and Sam Bell to score. I also got 0 for predicting 2-0 Bristol City and Dickey to score. The reason I went with a Bristol City win was because of their record at Loftus Road. But yeah, didn't work out this time. Liam, exactly the same, getting 0 with 2-1 Bristol City and Vyman to score. And yeah, well, we've all had a stinker on this one.
Why not, Marcus? They're Welsh.
Because Rosevear also got 0. Bell to score and 1-0 Bristol City. So yeah, we all did shit in this fixture.
If you meant by the bet, Marcus, and that's, well, I can't really help that, can I?
That might be what he's on about. What's he put here? I hope Bolton score more goals than France did. I think the whole of our fan base can completely agree with you there, Marcus. Send Exeter down. I see Zach Baker doing well. Haircut Jack. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's my uncle. Big Leeds fan, of course. And yeah, a huge win for his side, this was. And yeah, no, well, we spoke after the game. He's a very pleased man. So yeah, move on to the next game on how we did for our predictions. Oh, here we go. We'll start with me, actually, for this one. I did...
No.
What?
We'll start with this guy.
Come on, Wednesday!
More like Wednesday let me down completely. I thought Wednesday, with some of the impressive performances that Danny Roll has shown, would win this game. And did it happen? No. Millwall absolutely trounced Sheffield Wednesday at Hillsborough. I said 2-0 Wednesday with Patterson to score, and that did not happen, so I get a big fat 0. But to be honest, I'm not that bothered because this result helps us for surviving anyway, so there we go. So yeah, I get 0. Daryl gets 1 point for predicting 1-0 Millwall and Fleming to score.
And me?
No, Liam, you've got 0 for this one.
I put Fleming to score.
Yeah, but he didn't score.
Did you know that?
No, the scorers were Wallace, Saville, Harding and Norton Cuffey.
Oh yeah, he didn't then. That's a bit annoying.
Liam predicted a 1-1 draw between these two with Fleming to score, so he also gets 0. So we have both done cack for this one. And yeah. Rosevear gets a point for predicting Millwall to win with Fleming to score. He predicted 1-0 Millwall. So yeah, basically the same as Daryl. So, yeah. The two that aren't here tonight did better than the two that are here tonight.
Yeah.
So let's just move on because secretly Liam and I are not happy with our predictions there for that one.
I'm happy with this one. Hey!
What, Southampton, West Brom?
Yeah.
And you know what? Every right you are happy for this one. We'll go on to yours straight away, actually. Adam Armstrong scored and it ended 2-1 Southampton, and Liam had that in his prediction. So that's a big 4 points for Liam.
That's what's got me good points, to be fair, this one.
Yeah, this game here, yeah. Rosevear got 2 points for saying 1-0 Southampton and Adam Armstrong to score. Daryl got 1 point for predicting 2-0 Saints and Shay Adams to score. And then me, let's not talk about my prediction. I got a point for predicting Adam Armstrong to score, but I backed West Brom to get a point in this game, and that didn't happen.
You was close.
Yeah, true. I said 2-2, but only 1 point for me, so not as good, but I guess could be worse.
Yeah.
So that leaves us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
The final game.
We're on the last one. We're on the last one already, where Watford absolutely trounced Rotherham.
I want to see a result like this very soon when we play them.
I agree.
No, that's 1-0.
Oh yeah, but a win's a win.
Yeah, but I want to pass to these. They're awful.
I mean, so do I, but a win's a win. It means we'll stay up, hopefully. Touch wood.
Oh, yeah. Have you seen Rotherham's running, by the way?
I haven't, no. Well, I know it starts with Leeds. Well, I know the running hasn't got Ipswich, Leicester or Southampton because they've already played them, but I know that running starts with Leeds. I'll look into their running after this stream, but for this points, Daryl got 1 point for predicting 2-0 Watford and Ken Semmer to score. I got nothing, so I didn't do very well. I said a 1-1 draw with Bio to score. The reason I went with a 1-1 was because there were some performances Rotherham have really impressed me in a way. And
What a terrible running.
So they have returned to cat form with this defeat, Rotherham. So no points for me. And also the news, if you haven't heard it, guys, Matt Taylor has left Rotherham. So the Millers are looking for a new manager.
There you go. There's Rotherham's games.
Oh, hang on. Leeds, Hull, Birmingham, Swansea. To be fair, I think the Swansea home game is winnable. West Brom, us, Leicester away, Jesus. And then Borough at home. Evening, lads. Hello, Leroy. You're right, mate. How's it going? If any of those games look winnable for Rotherham, it's the Swansea game for me.
And that's it.
I don't know.
And that's it.
They might get a draw against West Brom, but I don't see
none. So none. Maybe a draw.
At the moment, I am staying for that. Leeds, none. Hull, none. Birmingham, none. Swansea,
maybe a draw. At a push.
I'll say a win for Swansea, a draw for West Brom, defeat to us, defeat to Leicester, defeat to Middlesbrough.
You got to put in mind though, Borough haven't beaten Rotherham in a while at their ground.
Although that is true, Middlesbrough haven't beaten Rotherham in a while. But no, like Marcus has said, we do need to beat them. That would be a massive 3 points.
The thing is though, if we do beat Rotherham, it's looking good because Rotherham play Leicester the week after. We play Birmingham. So
yeah, and if we beat Birmingham as well, then that looks good on us.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why they must win games. That's why I said, no matter what happens with this Sunderland game and this Coventry game, yes, I know we should really beat Coventry considering the start they've made, but considering it's away, that's why I'm saying whatever happens with Sunderland, whatever happens with Coventry, we have to win Stoke, we have to win QPR, we have to win Rotherham, we have to win Birmingham.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it. If Coventry was a home game next week, I would have said must win, personally.
Oh yeah, I mean we should be at home anyway on Valentine's Day.
Exactly. But yeah, February's a long way away. Who knows? They might
Yeah.
pick up form by then. So we'll see. And I ain't going to underestimate Mark Robbins anyway, because he's a decent manager. Obviously, nearly got them promoted last season, but obviously lost that playoff final to Luton. But back with this predictions. Yeah, Daryl said 2-0 Watford. Ken Sember to score. So he gets a point. I did terrible. 0 points. 1-1 draw. Bio to score. Liam got 3 points for saying 2-0 Watford and Rajovic to score. Rajovic did score. And Rosevear also gets 2 points for predicting 3-0 Watford and Martins to score.
How many points did I get for this one?
Martins did score in the 94th minute. So now I am going to read out the results.
How many points did I get for this one?
In last place, with 10 points for this weekend, is Daz's football stand. So the Argyle lot beat him again.
Well, that was absolutely cack.
Hey, yeah.
The borough boy of the Argyle Way has come last. In third place, with 12 points, just ahead of Daryl, was me. You. And in second place, with 14 points, was Rosevear. Which means Liam has won this weekend with 15 points, beating Rosevear by points. And like you've said to me on Facebook, Liam, it was very close this week.
Yeah. I think the goals.
It's the Saints game that did it for you.
No, I think the Rajovic goals personally.
And Rajovic, but no, you and Rosevear were neck and neck, and you
Did I get
beat
4?
them.
Did I get 4 points in this game? Was it
3. You got 4 for the Saints game.
Oh yeah, you only scored 2, didn't you, Rajovic?
Rosevear got 4 points for the whole game, 3 points for the Leeds Argyle game. Highest I got was 3 points for the Coventry Stoke game and the Hull Huddersfield game. And then Daryl got 4 points for the Blackburn Preston game. But yeah, Liam wins again.
Yep.
So he's very pleased with that.
So thank you, Rajovic.
Rajovic, if you're watching this, you have a thank you from a certain Liam Martin.
Uh-huh.
Right, well, I guess that covers everything from this review, really, guys. Is there anything else you wanted to add on, Liam?
Not really, no. I think we covered most of it, so...
Yeah, no, I guess we have. I mean, obviously, yeah, a deserved win from Leeds at the end. And we've got work to do, and hopefully we can bounce back immediately on Saturday, of course. So tomorrow, guys, will be our predictions for this weekend and the home preview against Sunderland. Check out both of them tomorrow. 3:30 for the predictions, and then 6 p.m. for the preview with Sunderland YouTuber Kyle Don. So please check them out. So I guess, guys, that's everything we need to cover, really, for this review, really. We're back after the international break. What's Mark said here? Yeah, we could be playing Man City and Chelsea next season if we start. That is true. There has been a lot of speculation between those two going on. So, yeah. Either way, though, thank you very much, guys, for listening to this stream of the Leeds review. Hopefully, we'll bounce back on Saturday. And, yeah, we'll see you tomorrow for the predictions video and the preview. So,
indeed.
Keep it green, guys. And, well, up the Janners, up the Argyle, up the Greens, up the Pilgrims, up the Plymouth. Come on, you boys in green. We will see you tomorrow for both streams. So, yeah, we will catch you then.
Catch you later. Bye-bye, guys.
Cheers, guys.